Hi guys, Sue here, just going to show you this lovely little feather plate that I'm going to do in honor of Truth and Reconciliation Day. So I am going to coat this whole entire plate with vanilla spice, and I am using just a fan brush to give it a couple of really good coats of vanilla spice all over, which is a lovely creamy white color with little tiny flecks in it. Almost looks like vanilla ice cream, in my opinion, like French vanilla ice cream. And I'm just putting good, nice, solid coat on there. I'm gonna do 2 coats. And then what our plan is gonna be is to put a really nice feather going from this corner kind of over to this feather, or to this corner. In theory, this is our first sample of this, so hopefully this all turns out the way we want it to. I have in the studio here today, I'm at the studio and I'm by myself working. So I do have I have here with me today visiting and painting is Miss Michelle and her daughter Miss Paige. So you'll hear them chatting, and that's okay because they are happily creating and having a mom and daughter day. Okay, so I am coating this nicely. I'll coat the back after. I don't think you really need to see me painting all of this stuff. But 2 really good coats of vanilla spice all over. I'm going to do it on the outside too. This is our bathroom tray, it's called. Item number DB31528. Amazing. It's a great tray for, in my opinion, a personal sized charcuterie. So this is kind of like perfect for charcuterie for 2. Excellent little cheese tray. Even though they call it a toilet tray, it is good for the back of a toilet. But I think it's a great size for a personal little charcuterie board. So that's what I'm going to use it for. Don't you think, Michelle?
Yes.
Good size for like a little charcuterie for 1 or 2?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. What are you going to paint?
I was thinking about doing
Your Harry Potter plate?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, guys, you got to see Miss Michelle's Harry Potter plate. She made out of clay. I should make her teach it because she did a good job. She's like, please don't.
Okay, I need a brick color.
Are you wanting to glaze?
I don't know. What do you think?
If you want a brick color and glaze, I would say sandalwood.
What do you think I best use? In your opinion. Well, I was asking Sue her opinion.
Sandalwood is a great brick color. You could also like sponge several different colors on, like 25, 14, a little bit of Simply Cinnamon, and get that really variegated sort of look. Okay, so I've done 2 full coats of vanilla spice all over the top here. And I'm just going to put that off to the side because we'll do the rest of vanilla spice on the back when we're all done. I'm going to go over the colors that I'm going to use in my feather, because I want this to be all about truth and reconciliation. It is Orange Shirt Day. I am wearing an orange shirt. You can't really see it, but I am wearing an orange shirt. So I have some of our beautiful browns and oranges here. I have cast iron, which is a really pretty, it's very similar to almost this color here. Really, really pretty. So I have cast iron. Actually, it's a little bit darker than that. It's, yeah, really nice. Canyon clay. I have Darling Clementine, Red Rock, which is a beautiful brown red, Prairie Gold, and Lobster Fest. I want to say that's Prairie Gold, but then part of me thinks it's not Prairie Gold. Maybe it might be Sandalwood. Not sure, it'll be a surprise. Anyways, I just grabbed a whole bunch of oranges and browns, and then I also have just plain black over here. That's just a regular black. And what I want to do is I want to start with making a quill for my feather. So I'm going to take some of my sorry, not some of my black. I kind of did it backwards. I'm going to take I think some Darling Clementine. Mix over here. And I'm going to add black to it because I really want to darken it up a little bit. And that's going to be the quill color. So I'm just adding some black into there to just darken it and give it a little bit more depth. Never fails. Never fails. Michelle, are you able to grab me that phone? I'll take that phone call over here. Oh, it's just the other studio.
Painted Turtle, Michelle speaking.
Is it Jessa?
Yeah, hang on.
Is it Jessa?
Yes.
Hello? Hi, Jessa. I'm good. I'm just doing a video. Is it important? Or can I call you back when I'm done? Okay. Thanks. Okay, bye. Okay. Sorry. So now I'm going to take this darkened up. This is Darling Clementine, which is a really pretty orange color. I darkened it up by adding black, and I'm just going to create, I'm using a liner brush, but it's like a thicker liner brush, and I'm going to create my quill. And so to do that, I'm going to add a little bit of water to this because I want it to have some flow. Okay, I want it to have a little bit of fluidity. And I'm going to take my liner brush and I'm just going to be really fluid with this. I'm going to start on this end. Oop. And kind of just go down. And that's the direction that I'm going to follow, okay? It's okay that it's not all in one. I just want to lay down a line. Again, these are glazes, so they are quite flowy and quite forgiving. And that's just my feather quill, okay? So what I'm going to do, and I like that it has this little bump, we're going to play with that sort of direction. And now the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to take random bits of these colors, and I'm not doing any rhyme or reason. I'm just going to take one color at a time. And I like to do it on an angle. I like to follow my quill. And I'm just going to start by taking little swoosh, just little swooshes like this. Okay, swoosh into the feather, swoosh. So they'll all like go together. Oop. Maybe add a little bit of water to that. Thin it out just a smidgen. Okay, and I'm just going to create feather. They're not called quills because that's your quill. I don't even know what they're called. Feather tines. Okay, so I'm just putting random colors down, and they're always coming towards this tip, right? And I'm just putting them in random areas. I'm not being too specific about it. Just laying it down like this. And then we're going to build this up by bringing in all different colors and all different tines, if you will. Okay. And just building this up until you get all the colors. So you're just going to clean your brush out and go to another color. Let's pick up some of this prairie gold. And the trick thing is you have to almost not care. That's like not care. You would definitely want to care about what you're doing, and you want to care about the environment, and you want to care about the people that we are honoring today. But you just want to not care about your art. You just want to give control over to the powers that be, and just enjoy the process. So I'm just creating some random. Oops. Went into the wrong one. We did this, didn't we? Didn't we do a feather? You and I?
Yeah, we did.
With Sgraffito. So I'm just creating some different depths of colors.
Isn't this tray awesome?
I love it. Oh, you should let me show the people. A sneak peek. A sneak peek. Look. Do you like Harry Potter? Look at what she did. Isn't that fantastical? There's the golden snitch, and this is going to be platform 9 3/4. Good place to park your cheese. So again, just keeping on with like adding more parts to the feather. You can go over pieces that you just did. Just adding layers of glazes, and we are using glazes so they have some transparency, they have some little bit of movement, and we're not going too many times over them, but you can see how it builds up. I'm doing some red rock now. Oh, I find red rock to be extremely thick, so I'm just going to add some water. What was that?
Paper shaky today. It's not normal. It's got a little bit of Elvis in it. Shake it.
Oops, and I got up on the edge of my plate. That's okay. And as you build all these up, you're gonna see that it just builds up beautifully and creates amazing dimension because they're all different colors, but they're all in the same tones. Or they're all the same color, but different tones, yeah. That's what I meant. And you can see how as it fills, it looks more and more feather-like. You know, people get nervous when they start, when they first start, they're like, oh my God, this looks horrible. And then as you're building, you're like, oh yeah, that's a feather. Right?
Oh, I figured when you did my snitch wings.
It just builds up, and just keep going with different colors. I'm gonna go into Darling Clementine now.
I made this. That's pretty cool.
I made it. I made it out of clay with my own 2 hands.
The picture. Well, they're drying. It takes about 10 days to dry. They were really amazing. And it's funny because even some of the one girl was really nervous, but even by the end, her hat's amazing.
Oh, the hats?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good last night too. We did clay hats, witch hats, last night in Niagara Falls, and they turned out really well. They all did. We did St. Catharines the day before. We did Niagara Falls last night. We were supposed to do Welland tonight, but nobody signed up for Welland.
Oh, that's great.
I know, right?
I have an idea of a modification on that for Santa hats.
On the hat? Oh, yeah.
Can't you see it as a Santa hat?
Totally can see it as a Santa hat.
Or an elf hat.
Yeah.
Elf is a good idea because you could do it all kinds of fun colors and
Yep.
stripes. And
Yep. You could make it look like candy with like texture. I like where your brain is going.
Possibilities.
Now I need to make one as a Santa hat. Unless you want to make one as a Santa hat. I said, unless you want to make one as a Santa hat.
Oh, they're. I was so impressed with those the other night. They were well done. Cute idea.
And they're like not that difficult to make when you really get on a roll with it, right?
When you break it down like that, it makes it easy for anybody to follow along.
Yeah. Just step by step. Okay, this one's Canyon clay.
Down to the bottom, like the stand.
So you can see just adding these little
So thinking about your glass at home,
feathers
stick
to
on,
it
right?
just gives it so much depth and dimension. And then when it all comes out, it's going to look fantastico. Amazing. And I'm just wisping these in. I'm not like going super hard or heavy, or I'm just kind of putting them wherever my hand goes. Overlapping some.
I think I can put this under that, please. find out? No harm if it doesn't.
See how just building it up just gives it this whole dimension that you can always go back in and add more. Super pretty, super easy. Last one we're gonna do is cast iron.
But that would be cute.
Adding some water.
Paige wants to do one of those hats, but make it Scrooge's nightcap.
Oh,
That's her favorite
yes.
Christmas thing.
Yes. Good idea, Paige. You could do so many things. Like,
I love the idea of a Santa hat or elf hat.
yeah. I think a Santa hat lantern would probably sell as a class even better than the witch hat. Like, I find more people are into Christmas than Halloween. There we go. So see how just building up these colors and these just random brush strokes just create this beautiful depth of a feather. And I'm just lightly going with my finger, holding my finger up here.
Do a class for this. All your Harry Potter fans would come.
Yeah, that would be a fun class. Okay. There is my feather. What do we think of that? Look at all those beautiful colors.
Oh, that's very pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? Now, on this, I'm going to put every child matters. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of pre-do it with my pencil. It's still kind of soft, so I might scrape off something, but I'm just going to do it really, really light. So I'm just going to do.
Yeah, no, it was a store thing. This is a store thing too.
Every
Your daddy tonight will be dressed up in your Halloween costume. Two of you.
child. I'll change my Y here. Child. And then over here, I'm going to put matters. And I think matters I'm going to put in a different font. So I'm just going to kind of make this big.
Yeah, some of them are really tight.
The great thing is, this is just lightly in pencil, so I can make some changes if I need to. But I think I'm going to leave it like that. Every child matters. Yep. Okay. And then I'm going to put an exclamation mark because it's true. All right. So now I'm going to take my same little brush, not so little brush that I did this in. This is like a one, maybe a two brush platter. I'm going to add some white or some water over here. Not too much. I'm going to add some of the black because I want to thin it out and make it more fluid because it writes better when it's a little more fluid. Okay. And now I'm just going to go over my writing.
I wish those orange ones at Spirit Halloween didn't have the stripes, but Kansas City's the same, they have the stripes. I think fake socks come in a package.
The great thing about the writing is that you can always darken it up if you need to. But I like it kind of more subtle. Every Every child matters.
Did
So
your
it helps
girls
I'm
wear
putting
their
my
shirts
finger
today?
down to act. What was that?
Did the girls wear their shirts today?
They did. They did indeed. They didn't go to school though.
No.
They've been sick all week.
Oh, poor
So
girls.
started with Nova. She had a super high temperature and 103.5.
That's been Ollie, and he ended
Poor
up with
little
puffers and
thing.
antibiotics.
So they've been home all week because they've not been well. Now Titan's not feeling well. He's got a fever and Devin's not feeling well. So I said to Devin, just keep them home for the week. It's not worth it.
Yep.
We did COVID tests just to make sure.
Yeah, Ollie had 2 and it wasn't COVID, but
Yeah.
it didn't sound so good.
Every child. Yeah, we did all the tests and it wasn't COVID. It's just that cold that's going around. But they were a little upset because they didn't think they would be able to wear their shirt if they weren't going to school. And I'm like, no, you wear that shirt all day. So they were wearing them. They loved them.
Are they super big?
Nova's needed a an elastic to hold it together.
Yeah, I figured.
And I'll be right there with you. And Trinity, we had to put a shirt underneath. Could you grab that just for a second? Thank you. I'm just finishing up this word and then I'm done.
Hello?
Hello.
How are you?
Good yourself?
Good.
Nice. I just wanted to know what a pottery studio was.
Oh, so you came in to have a look?
So every child matters, and I'm just going over my lettering.
So you pick things to paint, and when it's done being painted, it goes into the special oven.
You can hear Winston in the background whining. And that's our little plate. Simple, done, but very effective, and it's going to be beautiful once it's fired. I can't wait to show you guys. So I hope that you realize that you can make a really cool statement piece. And I used very little paint. Well, good thing I can pour that back in. But I hope that you enjoyed that little tutorial. It's just a free little feather tutorial, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, guys.